Well, hello. Today I'm going to be cleaning, deep cleaning, and organizing some spaces in my house. Okay, listen. So as Taylor Swift says, there's glitter on the floor after the party. But in this case, it was silver streamers, cupcake crumbs, Doritos, and like a lot of wet towels, okay? That's the vibe I walked into. And that's how this cleaning video began, with intentions to just tidy up the birthday party aftermath and call it a day. And when I say that, I mean literally the entire house needed my attention. But the second I walked into my bathroom, I realized something, and I came to my bathroom to kind of recluse because there were still a couple of people left here from the party, and it would just got to the point where I was like, I am over it. I'm gonna hide away and just start tidying up these spaces that need my attention. So I walked into my bathroom and I realized I've completely neglected my personal spaces while focusing on literally everything else in the house. It's such a busy time for us, as I'm sure it is for you too. And when life gets intense, I tend to clean what can be seen. Okay, that's what we say here at Kim's Cleaning Service. We specialize in the visible mess only. And if it's hidden, listen, that's a problem for future Kim, okay? So that means I'm usually cleaning up the living room, the kitchen, the dining room, the entryway, bathrooms, the stuff that people might actually walk into, all the presentation areas, if you will, all of the areas that you can actually see in my house. And I've got an open concept house, so that was an oversight right there. Okay, there are no doors to be closed to hide the mess. Upstairs, no doors. It's like a big old loft in there. But I didn't even go upstairs. All right, that's a problem for like a month away. So that means I'm always in the living room, kitchen, dining room, entry, like all those places that people might actually walk into. And meanwhile, my bedroom, closet, bathroom, and laundry, let's just say they don't get the same treatment. They don't get the same attention. And laundry is the first thing I'll let go of when I'm short on time. And let's be real, like we're all short on time. So I'm sure that's one easy thing to just say, I'll do it tomorrow. And then tomorrow turns into next week. Next week turns into the week after. So today I'm getting ahead of that mess. And honestly, I could have made this video just about deep cleaning and decluttering my bathroom, closet, and bedroom area alone, because it literally took me hours just to focus on those spaces. But because it's us, I obviously ended up doing a lot more. We always do so much more, don't we? And we say we're just like wiping counters, and suddenly we're rearranging furniture, building shelving units, painting an accent. Well, I really need to paint my front door actually. And, feeding our sourdough starter. That's usually like how the snowball effect happens. And then before you know it, you're rearranging childhood memories at 2 a.m. Anyway, let me get into it. But since I'm cleaning in the morning, I took a second to stop and take my vitamins. And I have to share with you something that I've been trying lately. It is the Nutrafol. Huge thanks to Nutrafol for sponsoring me. Huge thanks to you guys for supporting me when I've sponsored content. You guys know I have 5 kids, and somewhere between baby number 1 and baby number 5, my hair just has completely changed. It is nothing like what it used to be. It is definitely not the same hair I had in my 20s. And I was talking to a friend about it. Her hair looks amazing. And she told me she takes Nutrafol. And that was the only push I needed to say, let's go, let's do it. So I started looking into it. And what I love is that Nutrafol really focuses on the root causes of hair thinning, things like stress, hormones, just being a tired mom, nutrient gaps, all this stuff that kind of happens in the background when you're growing, feeding, and raising babies. So right now I'm taking the women's formula because I'm 3 years postpartum at this point, but Nutrafol sent me their postpartum formula, which is specifically for moms in that like first year after giving birth or while breastfeeding. It's OB/GYN developed, and it's made to support whole body recovery with ingredients like DHA, omega-3s, marine collagen, theanine, all the good things that moms are usually running low on. So if you're in that first year and you're dealing with the classic postpartum hair thinning or just want to get ahead of it, the postpartum formula is made for you. If you're like me and you're a little further out, the women's formula is designed to support visible thickness and healthier hair growth over time. And just to set expectations, Nutrafol is not like a one day and boom kind of thing. They're very clear that it takes 3 to 6 months to see results because it's working internally, supporting things like nutrition, hormones, metabolism, stress, lifestyle, like all the stuff moms are juggling. So I'm being consistent with it and trusting the process. They're totally drug-free formulas. And the postpartum one is breastfeeding friendly, which I know is really important to many of you. In a clinical study, 98% of women saw improvement in their hairline just after 4 months, and 100% saw visibly thicker hair after 6 months, which is wild, and I'm really excited for that. So if you're wanting to try Nutrafol, you can get $50 off of your first 3 months, or $106 off of your first 6 months on all formulas when you use my link. It'll be in the description box below, and I'll throw it on the screen here for you with a QR code. And I genuinely want to hear from you what your hair journey has been like after kids. Every mom I talk to has a totally different experience. Thank you again to Nutrafol for partnering with me and making it possible for me to share things that I'm actually trying in real life. All right, so now I can get back into the deep-rooted accidental therapy session disguised as cleaning. Okay, so here's the thing. When I came into my bathroom, it was just supposed to be like clean up the birthday chaos. And this will be easy reset, 30 minutes max. I'll deal with all the mystery kid activities that were going on later. But then I kind of did a thing. I put on a podcast, or maybe like a Vlogmas video, I don't remember, but I'm pretending it's snowing outside while it's 85 degrees here in Florida. And I just started cleaning to hide in my bathroom until like the last of the wild party animals went home, And as I turned, it just turned into a whole different situation. Like Give a Mouse a Cookie style situation, but for moms. And, do you know what I'm talking about? You start wiping the counter and suddenly you're questioning every decision you've ever made in this room, because the same thing happened to me the other day. I was cooking dinner. Okay, I was in the kitchen cooking dinner, stirring things on the stove, chopping onions, flipping chicken. Literally the next thing I know, I'm emptying the dishwasher, like straightening my pantry, and somehow ended up scrubbing my son's shower. Like in Wentworth's shower, literally scrubbing his shower. I'm like, what am I even doing while I'm cooking? Like elbow deep in someone else's soap scum while the oven timer's going off. You know what I mean? Like for real. It was, and I just thought, how did I get here? How the heck? But that's the mom spiral, right? It's involuntary. It's like a cleaning possession. 1 minute I'm sauteing garlic and the next I'm bleaching my grout. Okay, and I did get some of that bleach on my pajamas that I was cooking dinner in, because dinner time it's pitch black outside. So in my brain, I'm like, oh, bedtime. So I get in my pajamas like before we even have dinner some nights. I'm like driving to pick up my kids from, dance or volleyball, whatever, in my pajamas. I'm like, do I need to get out of the car? Sometimes I do. Embarrassing. So today, anyway, same energy. I started cleaning the bathroom countertops because honestly, nothing clears my brain faster than cleaning a surface and clearing that surface out. Visual clutter is mental clutter. I'm pretty sure there's like science behind it. Like, I can't think when there's toothpaste, hair ties, bath toys, face wash, cotton rounds, like all the random Q-tips all over the counter that no one will claim either. Like, of course, they're probably all mine, but like the kids are in here and sometimes they play and they brush their teeth and that kind of thing. So then I tried to put something away, like in a bin inside my linen closet. And then that closet was like, no, actually, you need to deal with me today. Everything was spilling out, you guys. It was so bad. I couldn't close the door. Like bins were overflowing. The situation is bad when the door is acting like a bouncer to a nightclub. I wish I was in a nightclub. I'm really not. I haven't been to a nightclub since college days. It's trying to hold everything inside, okay? And that's the point. I knew shoving more junk into that closet was not the answer. So since I was already locked inside these 4 walls of motherhood, waiting for the chaos outside to subside, I decided No time like the present, okay? Let's clean this disaster right about now. So I pulled the bins down. I decluttered things that didn't make sense. And surprise, I found some really good hand soap in there that I actually needed. I needed hand soap. I had just gotten, thrown some away. And, using those last bits, you're like pumping the thing 20 times just to get one drip out. And so that was like perfect timing. And it was like a little treasure hunt going in there, finding the prize. And the prize for me was like not having to go to the store that day to buy hand soap, which I probably wouldn't have done anyway. I would have just walked to Alex's counter and gotten some. But anyway, I also found some other soaps that I'm not so obsessed with. Those go straight to the kids, like the kids' bath time potions and lotions lab. And if there's one thing about Meredith, she's going to create a full-blown bath brew with lotions, conditioners, glitter, whatever food coloring she secretly found. Literally, I don't know how she does it. So instead of letting them use like my nice body wash, I just buy, $2 fancy looking body washes and stuff from the clearance aisle from TJ Maxx and stuff. And I just call it creative expression. It's enrichment, okay? It's Montessori would be proud of this. Probably, maybe, I don't know, who knows. So a small win when I found those things. I finally made a basket for my feminine hygiene products. Why have I been living like a raccoon for 35 years? This is where my kids get it from. Okay, they learn by example, and I am not a very good example. Why am I just throwing everything at the bottom of this closet willy-nilly? And then like digging for a tampon in there like I'm, digging for gold or something. Like this is the stuff that you don't see in home tours. Okay, you don't see this kind of closet on Pinterest. And there's a reason, because people who live like this, they can't post to Pinterest, okay? Because nothing is organized enough. So who wants to watch a grown woman realize the most used items are stored like garbage, like a mystery grab bag, if you will? I don't even know what a good analogy for this to be. It's horrible. It was so bad. So here's another little problem that I have. It might be a little niche, but I know some of you might understand. I've never had a bathroom like this, like with a toilet closet before. It's, like the tiny room. Literally nothing is inside of it except for a toilet. There isn't a shelf. There's no cabinet. There's nothing. It's a tiny room with a toilet. I'm like, where do I even put things? Just a box of tampons sitting on the back of my toilet. It's sad. Unintentional art piece. Okay. Zero aesthetics are happening here, but it works. Ideally, I would go in the bathroom, plan ahead, and bring what I need into the toilet room before I sit down. But I'm not a planner. We know this about me. I'm not a planner. Also, what happens when I bring like a jumbo in there, and then realize it's a light day? A girl needs options is all I'm going to say. And, this is a tactical operation, really, is what's happening. Anyway, I'm moving on because things got a little weird and personal there. The bathroom scale, also found that. That's gone, removed from my life, and honestly feels amazing. Somehow had 2 scales. Why do we have 2 scales? I know exactly why, but why did we keep the other one? I don't know. For me to throw away at a later date. It's when you pack leftovers that you didn't really like, and you're like, oh, hopeful that you're going to eat them later, and then you end up just packing up stuff that you're going to throw away eventually, and then you have to wash 2 dishes, the bowl and the leftover container. So anyway, we were a 2 scale household for a while, but we don't even really use 1 scale. I got rid of the old one. I kept the newer one that Alex uses. It's a fancier one. I got off Amazon last year for Christmas for him. It does like a full body scan. It's pretty cool. It's something I've learned about myself, though, is if I'm trying to feel good about my body, focusing on numbers just doesn't help me. I don't even really like to go on that thing. It doesn't tell me about my energy, my strength, my mental health, or the fact that I've survived a full house of children who turned feral after eating freeze-dried Skittles. Okay, it doesn't tell me any of that. And we had actually a professional body scan done, and the Amazon one was shockingly accurate. Like, why is this $79 scale or however much it was? I know it was more affordable than some of the, other ones that they're promoting online lately. It tells me the same stuff that the fancy one did almost, except the professional version broke down like how much muscle was in each limb. And that was really cool because apparently one of my arms is carrying this entire family. All right, I'm just kidding. But typically you're not like 50-50. One arm is usually a little stronger than the other. Same with your legs and stuff. But it feels good to only have one scale, and just decluttering in general feels nice. I also went through like what is it called? I'm trying to say beach, but all I could think of was bath. The beach stuff, I finally put all of that in the same space, and it felt like a reset. Like I was cleaning out more than just the physical stuff. I was cleaning out the mental noise. So now all of that stuff is in, one of the closets in the addition now. All my beach stuff is together. And it took a while for us to get here and get organized, but it's one step at a time. There's something so good about doing stuff like that. I put out energy into what everyone else needs all the time. And now I'm putting that energy into our space, because my space became like the junk drawer of our house. My bedroom, that's a really great way to say it. Our bedroom, our bathroom, because Alex and I tend to focus on the main areas of the house, is what I was saying. And so our personal spaces turn into the junk drawer. Put this somewhere where it's out of sight, out of mind. Hide this away. We'll deal with that later kind of thing. I love that. And it's like a metaphor that I don't want to unpack right now because I'm literally vacuuming crumbs out of a trash can, So I put it off and I put it off. I put it off until it explodes and it looks like this. And I wake up in the morning and I can't even breathe. So it feels really good to reclaim this space. And, now we can actually walk through it. And I'm sure this space feels better too. Like now my walls can be like, thank you so much. I feel them feeling grateful that, it's no longer a hoarder situation happening in here. And it's also like us reclaiming the space and saying like, our spaces matter too. This space matters too, not just the spaces that people walk through, and I feel like mentally that does something to us as well. So now that the bathroom and linen closet are finally looking somewhat human again, I'll move on to my closet. I wiped down, the shower pretty well. I didn't have my favorite spray. I typically like to use Tilex, which is like mold and mildew remover, which is great for the bathroom. I literally love it because I spray it and I don't have to do anything else. I let it sit and then I just wash it away, and it like scrubbing bubbles, does the work for you. I don't know about that brand, but the Tilex brand, amazing. I also got it in my eyes when I was 16. It's a whole story and a half. My eyes are actually ruined. I could cry, but it's like they started out ruined. I was born at a young age. I couldn't even walk. I couldn't even talk, and I couldn't see anything. I was born 2 months early, so I've always had like issues with my eyes, but it's fine. I can see and things are good. So clean the bathtub as well. And eventually I'll go back in there. But for now, I moved on to the closet. It's undoubtedly the worst it's looked all year. I think we can agree on that. Like, I wish I was exaggerating. I decluttered it a year ago, almost exactly. And honestly, I've done such a great job staying on top of it, which is shocking for me because historically the closet is the first thing to slip into the dumpster fire mode, And what do I do with all these cards? They're cards from Meredith's birthday party. And I kept the bags, and I even kept a bag of tissue paper. And I just realized, in my previous life, I would have gone through, flatten the tissue paper out, fold it, and saved it. But I still have a bin of tissue paper that I bought like 5 years ago from Costco for like $5. And it's getting us through. Okay, so I just realized I'm not going to sit here and do it. So I just got rid of the bag. All right. So anyway, what do you do with cards? I just got rid of them. I was like, I can't save these. What am I going to save them for? For what? To go through event? I don't know. I just got rid of them. God forgive me. Okay. But I actually am proud of myself. Like Look at me being a functional adult over here. Growth, character development. Except for today, totally humbled me. I spent so much time just putting away clothes because even though I've like kept up with it, I'm still dealing with the classics, like some clothes don't fit anymore. Some are dingy. Some just aren't my style. And some of these shirts, like I swear I blacked out when I bought them. And the bins, oh my gosh, the bins are my biggest problem. I love my bin system. It actually works for my brain. And they're packed, okay? They're packed to capacity, like stuffed to the rafters, can't breathe. Why are there 18 shirts in here when really, I mean, maybe not 18 shirts, but like 18 pairs of jeans in here when really max capacity should be 5, but I somehow seem to like shove it all in there. But that's how I know my next big declutter in here, or not in here, but just in general in my house, will be my closet. Room by room, I've been decluttering for, I don't know, the last couple of months. It's been so enjoyable. And I'm trying to, like, I'm not trying to become a minimalist. We know that's not happening, okay? But I am trying to simplify things so that when I want to wear something, it's not like wrinkled and shoved behind a pumpkin spice pajama set from 2009, okay? Like, come on. I will, however, keep my Hawaiian set that I wear to the beach just once a year because that's totally worth it. Anything vintage, there are certain things. Purses too, like that one I just put on. I don't even like it, okay? But one of the reasons the closet spiraled into this is because I've been doing a million different projects lately, and the closet is truly like, again, the junk drawer of the whole house. And I had this giant IKEA bag full of kids' artwork taking up half the floor because I'm saving all their masterpieces, of course, to put on the walls. Someday, eventually, when I have the vision for it, I'm just lacking the time, energy, effort, lighting, the emotional stamina, if you will. I just keep telling myself that maybe by the end of the year, like the school year, when they bring home their good artwork pieces from school, I'll frame everything and make a full gallery wall. Okay. Meanwhile, poor Wolfgang over here is like, where's my representation? Like he's 3, so he draws nonsense, but I feel like even that should be framed. I need something for him on the wall. So that's my 5-month goal. So, stay up with me on that. I did the upstairs playroom and that turned out so well. I have a few areas around my house where we have done the art gallery. So I am making progress, but I do like to keep a lot of their artwork. Not all of it is frame worthy. Okay, I'm just going to say that, but I can't seem to bring myself to get rid of it. And then of course, like the shoes, the clothes, the handbags all over my closet. One of my favorite purses broke recently. I'm still mourning it. The rest, I don't know, half of them are from my millennial mom trying to be chic era. And Avelina, oh my gosh, Avelina the other day made it very clear that she needed a purse. She was going to a quinceañera. And do you like how I said that? Quinceañera, a quince. I don't know how they say it. I'm the worst. I'm definitely not Spanish at all. I mean, just kidding. I said it perfectly. I pulled out my collection because she was going to a quinceañera and she looked very nice. And she's like, oh my gosh, do you have it? And I was like, oh my God, I do. Look at this one. It's so cute. And she's like, yeah, I'll just hold my belongings. I'll just hold everything in the palm of my hand. I felt so rejected. I totally roasted. Okay. Fully. She walked out raw dog in life with her phone, lip gloss in her hand. And I was like, all right, have fun. I don't know. You made your choices. Now you got to live with it. But I also had a couple of thread up boxes in there, full intentions of returning it. Stuff that didn't fit, stuff I meant to return and just never did. Totally classic type B, possibly type C, D behavior. And I tried, I guess. It's progress, I'm doing baby steps over here for years. That's just how I've been, okay? Anyway, I finally vacuumed the whole area. I mopped. And let me tell you, there's no better feeling than a freshly cleaned closet. I swear it doubles, maybe triples my lifespan. But truly, I cleaned all day long. Okay, I'm not exaggerating. All day. I also have this yoga mat that I have. I don't know when I bought it. It's sometime. I probably bought it at the beginning of last year thinking, yeah, I do work out pretty consistently. I don't know. Some days I fall off, especially during Thanksgiving break fell off. Summer break fell off. Winter break will fall off, but also haven't gone all week because we've just been busy in the mornings, like, appointments and stuff like that and all kinds of different things. But anyway, I bought that yoga mat and I was like, yeah, I'm going to bring it to the gym. No, it literally still has the tag on it. I'm like, I guess I won't bring it to the gym. I use the mats at the gym and I feel like maybe that's good enough, but I would like to bring my own. I just never do. I never do. I could put it in my trunk, but I don't know. I haven't done that. It actually, I don't even know if I want a purple one. And I think that's why it's just in here. Cause I was like, I don't know if this is really want, but I might want a different color, but I don't know. Anyway, from the time I woke up this morning, the morning I was filming, we started in Eleanor's room. She had something to do that day. So Eleanor and I focused on her room. We did like a full deep cleaning of her space. It was a full transformation. The closet, the floors, everything, her shelves. The girl's room now looks like she actually respects her space. You know what I mean? And it doesn't look horrible all the time, but like when it gets to that point, I just say, okay, you need a little help from mom in here, So now it looks stunning. We'll see how long it lasts. Meanwhile, I thought like I was going to tackle the girl's bedroom. When I say the girl, I mean just Eleanor's. I really just did Eleanor's. Hold on. Let me get my thoughts in order. I thought once I was done with Eleanor's room, then I would move on to the girl's bathroom. But I got sucked into my own chaos vortex instead, like my own bathroom. So after the closet, I moved on to my bedroom, the hoard, which is behind you. Oh, now you can see it. The hoard. It's like the Christmas stash, the piles of things that literally have no business being in this bedroom whatsoever. There were like some Amazon returns from the birthday party that a bunch of stuff came in a day too late. And if you watched the birthday party prep video, I explained it in there. There were kitchen items, there were gifts, there were some garage items. Like some were things I literally can't even explain to you. Okay. Just piles of like, hey, future me will totally deal with this later. And then today was that later time. So today's the day, no time like the present. And oh my gosh, walking to my bedroom after cleaning it felt unbelievable. It still feels good. I walk into my bedroom. And you know what was the real kick in the rear is that, when there's a birthday party and people are new, they don't really know where to go. A few people walked into my bedroom and I'm like, oh, actually, that's the dump over there. So we stay out of that. That's the hoarder's closet. Okay. But it wasn't their fault. Like Meredith was like, oh, let's go take a bath. And, with their bathing suits on, obviously, because they were outside and they were getting dirty. So they came in here and I was like, oh, let's go take it in your bathroom instead. So I felt embarrassed, obviously, like who wouldn't with a room looking like this. So, I finally tackled it. And like, I'm notorious for hiding gifts in plain sight. So that's what's going to happen next with this area of my bedroom because, it felt really good, but that feeling won't last. There's always something next. Christmas shopping, obviously, is that next thing. And I put them in my bedroom. Like my room is so often just full of chaos. The kids don't even question anything. It's actually a strategy at this point. Okay, if the floor is covered in random things, they just assume it's not for them, So it's pretty good. You can take it or leave it. You can try it out. But I haven't done Christmas shopping yet. I'm literally the worst. I need to get on top of it. Maybe tonight and mentally I'm like, oh yeah, I'll start planning. I'll start do the list. I'll do some online shopping, maybe some browsing. Maybe it'll make me feel productive, but then I'll probably fall asleep after adding like 2 things to the cart. Okay. Per the usual. Okay, sorry. Someone just came in, so I don't know where I was. I think I was talking about Christmas gifts. Yeah. What's really great though? We do have a family gift nailed down, and that's like half the battle, right? I feel like it's such a hard gift. We try to give one gift to all of our kids to open on Christmas Eve, and it's a fun tradition. They typically open it with their feet. It's like this thing, but as the kids are getting older, and their age ranges have like a bigger spread, I feel like, getting a 3-year-old something that also a 14-year-old will enjoy. And really it's 3, she's almost 15. Their ages are 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. Love the odd years. Next year might be a little more difficult once it's like 6. No, 3, 5. 5. Yeah, 5 that year. Anyway, every 3 years is great. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. And it's hard. It's hard to get a gift for, that all of them that they will enjoy. I think we nailed it this year. I think we did a really good job. Hopefully, we haven't bought it yet. We're just like in our minds. Alex brought it up last night and I was like, that's a really great idea. So anyway, the truth is I'm just kind of like over all of the stuff. I'm over all of the toys and stuff. They will obviously get a surplus. But in my mind, I'm just like, I just don't want to. I don't want to. I've been doing a lot of decluttering and like more intentional shopping and stuff like that. But I want experiences. Last year we went to Tennessee and that was amazing, right? And we always do experience gifts. We give them Busch Gardens tickets for the year. We've never done Disney. Disney annual passes are so expensive. We're just not there yet. But our kids, since Busch Gardens is so much closer to us, since we're in Tampa, it works out and we go pretty regularly, which is nice. The zoo annual tickets are also really good. Good experience gift. It's like the gift that keeps on giving, it's like a one-time purchase and then you can keep going. We do the kids museum, but that's really only for the little kids nowadays. And, we try to do things like that. And then obviously, throughout the year we have, make memories with them. Oh, that is my laundry basket, by the way. And that's not the worst of it. I think I showed you the worst of it. Our actual laundry room in the beginning. It's so bad, you guys, so bad. I end up doing so much laundry this night. I only filmed like half of it. And we all did laundry. It wasn't just me doing it. It's a whole family effort. Don't think it like all falls on my shoulders, but we probably did, 117 loads of laundry this day. And then the next day I had even more to do, probably 8 more loads. And today, hardly any. Maybe like 1 load is left. I just put a load in. I feel like I transferred it to the dryer. Probably could gather all the laundry around the house and deal with that. But anyway, I was trying to talk about experience gifts. And last year we went to Tennessee. I put it on my vision board to travel and do something. I wanted the kids to see snow. I didn't want them to wait until they were an adult to see it. I wanted them to, experience skiing or snowboarding. And that was so great. They literally talk about it all the time. And I saw on Instagram a reel of how like kids remember, they don't necessarily remember what they got for Christmas 5 years ago, like, oh, did they get they'll remember the things that they actually wanted, you know what I mean? Like, but like the teddy bear, I can't think of a gift, but you know what I'm trying to say. But nowadays, like I have deodorant on my desk. Nowadays, deodorant is like $10 and I'm thinking stocking stuffer, you know what I mean? Like, because that's how life is in 2025. But truly, I'm trying to say is people remember or kids remember family vacations more than just the random stuff that they had, that, the Hess truck or whatever. You know what I mean? You know what I'm trying to say? So I'm trying to think of, okay, what would be a good thing to do this year? Like we didn't do really a summer we went to Orlando summer vacation. Our summer was really weird. I've talked about that to ad nauseum, and a lot of you might be like, oh, you did more than I did. And it all fluctuates, but we typically have a tradition during summer where we go to this beach house that we've gone to literally Alex's entire life, and me since I've known him, and my kids since they've been born. And this is the first year it got ruined in the hurricane. And so our summer felt really weird. So earlier that year, to offset that, we went to Tennessee. And that was amazing. But Avelina has recently been asking to go to New York City for her birthday. And I'm just like, it's kind of right after Christmas and also the peak chaos season right before New Year's. Like they do the whole New Year's ball drop thing in Times Square. So I was like, I don't know, traveling as a big family, one, is expensive. It would be wild, but also really magical. So I don't know. We'll see. It's also like, we wouldn't do it for her birthday. That would be a great birthday gift, like just to go. But I think I would want to do it as a whole family, but also traveling with small kids. I don't know. That seems really questionable. I feel like this Christmas, everyone will get like a hug and a high five. You know what I mean? Think they'll be happy with that? I think I should take a poll and see. Maybe some pancakes for dinner. We'll sing some carols. I'm flexible, okay? Because like honestly, it's not the reason for the season. You understand. So the gifts are just like the icing on top of it. But I'm kind of at the current moment in time, kind of over it. Fast forward to a week where I'm like, humongous Christmas haul of gifts, everybody. What I got my kids for Christmas. So for sure, they're going to get some gifts, obviously. But anyway, I say that, but like my Christmas list for myself is longer than it should be. Okay. I have the audacity to make my own Christmas list. Like, listen, okay, stop judging. I got to stop judging my own kids actually for wanting stuff when like I have a list that I want to. But also like $300 crock pot, I'd use it every single day. I'm just saying, okay? Practical gifts are my love language. I'm talking like socks. That's literally on my Christmas list. Workout socks and cozy socks. I just, you got to do what you got to do. And I'm moving on to laundry. Laundry. It was all over. It was up, down, all around town. Oh, when you know it, look what I found in laundry. It pays to do laundry, you guys. I found a crisp, fully washed and dried $20 bill. I don't know where this came from because I don't even really carry cash. Well, that's a lie. I do like to carry cash for when I go to the thrift store, but I haven't been to the thrift store in a while. I hope to go this weekend and also get some gifts for Christmas. Okay, so now let's move on to the part of the day that absolutely no one asked for. But here we are anyway, okay? Laundry. When it's laundry day at my house, it's like laundry day. It's actually like laundry day every day, like capital letters, because you know the philosophy. A load a day keeps the chaos away. And that totally works for like 2.5 weeks. Okay. And then I fall off the wagon and suddenly I blink and I find myself buried under 75 loads of laundry with no way out. I'm like buried alive under a dirty laundry. Most of the time it's clean. Alex is pretty good about, keeping it clean. But this was definitely one of those times where it just got away from us. And Alex helps so much. He keeps on top of it and he gets the kids to help and fold and put their stuff away. But with the little kids, they need a little more. Okay, Wentworth is like the in-between. He truly is like the true middle child. And he can put his laundry away. He's old enough to do it. And he does it. But like, can I trust him? Really? You know what I mean? Sometimes when even he's looking for something and he can't find it, I'm like, well, you put the laundry away. Where did you put it? I don't know. So sometimes I'll go in there and I'll be like, you've got shorts in this drawer where they should be in this drawer. It's very streamlined, his laundry. Okay. Don't ask him to like fold anything really. I don't think he hangs anything up. Very easy, very streamlined, very basic. But this day I didn't double check his work. Okay. I'm entering the natural consequences era until I lose my mind about natural consequences and then I just take over again. So next time he can't find something, it'll be a lesson for future him. All right. It's a rite of passage. So far it's been working well enough. He had a field trip yesterday and he did find the shirt he needed. So there you go. He's actually really good about it, looking for stuff and like keeping his things and getting himself like he's independent. Okay. All my kids are really. And, also check back on me in a couple of weeks. We'll see how we're going. Winter break is actually almost here, which will be really nice, except for it's so late this year, I feel like. Maybe it's late every year. I feel like one year we got out, it was like December 22nd. And I just thought, wow, this is late, okay? It just feels really late. Everything feels late this year. Thanksgiving was late. Christmas is late. Christmas, it's on the same day every year. But you know, it just feels later. But the time between now and then is just going to like really fly by. And this was a big laundry day because obviously his birthday party, I explained in the party prep video, but we went through, I'm not exaggerating, every single towel in the entire house. Every single one. Why? A million explanations, but no one really knows the reasons, okay? Birthday parties are just lawless, especially his, apparently. So, first, when I got to the laundry, I sorted out all of the clothes, which is either like, I haven't decided. It's either my favorite or my least favorite part, depending on the day. I like to do one person's clothes at a time. Like in a perfect world, that would be nice. Obviously, the two older kids do theirs one at a time, and that works until they need like their whites washed, you know? So I like to pick those out. I don't live in a perfect world. I live in a like sort it before it goes in or sort it when it comes out kind of world. So either way, the sorting is happening. I've just accepted it. I've completely surrendered. I'm not like joyful about it, but it is what it is. So I put on a podcast or a vlogmas video, whatever. I just disassociate my way through the mountain. And for me, is that considered self-care? I haven't decided that either yet. Okay, a lot of feelings are left undecided, but it felt really good getting the little one's clothes all put away, except I needed to figure out something for Meredith. Her dresser, like those drawers are so small and shallow, truly shallow. They hold like 7 socks and half a pair of leggings. It feels like some days. I can't fit it all. And she goes through it all. It's not like she doesn't, especially when she has like friends over and they need a pair of clothes because they got outside and got wet or whatever. So she's had the dresser her whole life. And really, it's been passed down through all of my kids for 15 years. So really, I'm at the part where like it's family at this point. Like I can't get rid of it. I'm emotionally connected to this dresser. So for now, I'm keeping it and I'm making it work. I just know eventually it probably won't be around, just like the castle shelf that was in her room that's now in the garage. I'm like, what are we going to do with it? Will I keep it for grandkids? I don't know. The bottom dresser or the bottom drawer of this dresser is kind of broken. So she does need more hangers though. I actually made a list, okay? Because you guys know, maybe you don't know, I'm the queen of making lists. The list, the notes app on my phone, my most used app, okay? I sometimes don't remember to reference the list or remember that I made a list, but I will definitely make a list. If there's one thing about me that is factual, and that's half the battle, I feel like. So on the list, I have like get more hangers. I also, this specific list is like things to get at Home Goods or next time I'm out. That is not Christmas related, you know, a laundry basket for my closet, one for Wentworth's closet, and probably one more for Alex, maybe just to have in his closet, but I don't know like where he would put it or what kind he would want. So I'll have to ask him. But Meredith, she recently got a new hamper for her room that I bought in her room makeover. I love it so much. I basically started using it for everyone's laundry. Like when I have to carry laundry here, there, and everywhere, I'm like, oh, this thing is so nice. It's such a nice hamper. Okay. And I really need one for my closet too, because that's where I get changed. And you know, why am I walking 5 feet to put dirty clothes in the bathroom basket? Okay, I'm absolutely not doing that. It's unrealistic. It's impractical. That is not how this household operates or thrives, all right? Because for real though, that is the thing about like organizing. It has to be practical to actually work. Otherwise, I'm just like cleaning up the same mess over and over again. So really, I'm doing everyone a favor by getting a cute little laundry basket for my closet. Who am I doing a favor for? I don't know. Me, probably just me. And apparently nice laundry baskets spark joy for me and they motivate me. Just like, cleaning is a love language. Anything to make a chore, even like 2% more enticing, I'm totally taking it. And man, I had no idea how good it would feel to like just use a really nice laundry basket. I think I got it from Home Goods or something. I should go to the nice Home Goods pretty soon here. I don't know. But finally, the house is clean for the most part. My bathroom is clean. The linen closet is organized. The closet looks like a true closet again. The bedroom is no longer a Christmas staging area. It's no longer like my hoarding zone. The laundry is, well, if not done, at least handled for the most part. It's ongoing. It's never ending. I actually did more than what I shared in this video. You see me sweeping right now. What is that? Sand? They were outside. They come in, they get changed, and then the sand just falls off their clothes. You know what I mean? And then they do like arts and crafts in here. That's why we got the ruggable rug, man. All the arts and crafts. They've already spilled multiple things on this rug, and it wipes clean really. I'm like, amazed at how we're able to get this rug clean. I don't even know what spills. I cleaned something up and I was like, I don't even know what this is, but it came up. So hallelujah for that. And it's just like, it feels so unbelievably good. It's wild how much of ourselves we pour into like the visible areas of our home and the spaces everyone else sees, where like the company ready spaces exist and our personal spaces, the spaces that should feel like little refugees, they're usually the first things to get ignored for me anyway. But days like this remind me that I matter too, and my space matters too, and my peace matters. So I need to probably do this more often. You guys, like it got out of hand. It doesn't have to be perfect. Like it doesn't have to be Pinterest worthy, but it feels good to walk into a room and not feel completely overwhelmed. It feels good to care for my home in a way that cares for me back. And if today taught me anything, it's that even when it feels like a mess, or even when life is loud and busy, and, you know, when you're cleaning glitter off the floor after a birthday party, there's always something grounding about just taking the next small step, doing what you can, celebrating the wins, and you just gotta laugh through the chaos. Apparently, we all gotta work on that, right? So thanks so much for hanging out with me today. Thank you for being here, being a friend, and choosing to spend part of your day with me. I hope this video helped you feel a little less alone in your own chaos. If you have chaos, hopefully it's not as bad as mine, and maybe even inspired you to tackle something small or big or something in your home today. So let's roll into the next thing, because you know I'm always doing more than I planned. But for now, enjoy the tidy house moment while it lasts, because if you have kids, you know it never lasts for very long. Thanks so much for hanging out with me, and I'll see you next time. Bye.